I wanted to explain why it can be difficult to manage budgets inside of Lord Google. You'll notice this particular campaign, I'm looking at the brand campaign, and you can see $973 spent Sunday, $3,000 spent Monday, $1,500 spent Tuesday, $2,000 spent Wednesday, $1,800 spent Thursday, 16 Friday, 1,000. Now, here's why I'm bringing this up. Google has a limited inventory, and the inventory is cyclical in a lot of ways. And there's ebbs and flows and spikes and peaks and valleys. And Google's actually done a pretty good job, I think, at managing their inventory. They know what they have and when they have it. So when you give Google a daily spend, let's say you give Google $1,000, what they're going to do is they're going to multiply $1,000 by 30.4 to get your monthly budget. And then they're going to say, great, I'm going to spend that this month. And so what's interesting is, you know, if you're spending $30,000 a month, it's not $1,000 a day. It could be $5,000 today and tomorrow, and then it's going to, you know, bottom out. And Google does that because it has a sense of, you know, okay, well, I have, you know, this inventory available to me now. There's a big spike in inventory, whatever. And I'm also guessing, right? Because I don't know how their algorithm's built. But this is important for you to know because Google's doing this on a month-over-month basis, and it's doing this calculation for the next 30.4 days. So when you make a budget change, Google's not averaging that out within the month that you're in. So like right now, I'm recording this video on May 25th, okay? Let's say that I change my budget from $1,000 a day to $2,000 a day on May 25th. Google's going to take $2,000 a day, multiply it by 30.4, and then say, okay, this is the budget for the next 30.4 days. Well, I'm managing my budget on a month-over-month basis, the way that everybody does. But let's say that Google decides to front load that increase in budget. Google could spend $20,000 in a day. It's unusual to see spikes that high, but it happens. Big spikes happen. I don't know if I've seen a spike that's significant. I don't want to overstate what I'm talking about. They used to have a rule. It was like 300%, and then they took the lid off, and now it's just like whatever we decide, whatever we want. So if you make, what I'm saying is if you make a budget change at the end of the month, you could actually find yourself far exceeding the budget that you've allocated for that month because you don't know when Google's going to make the expenditures that they're going to make. And what ends up making things a little bit more difficult is you could be in a position to where you don't end up hitting that budget. So we used to have these rules. We tell people, especially with smart shopping, we'd say don't increase your budget any more than 10 to 20% week over week. It's not true anymore. Performance Max has changed everything, and it's changed everything because Google can go outbound. So there's massive budget increases that are available and accessible to you that may not impact the quality of your campaigns, but they may, which is really frustrating here. So, you know, like one of the questions you'd ask yourself is, what's the time lag? Meaning, when are you going to experience this change? When are you going to feel the impacts? You know, if you know, gosh, it takes 60 days before my outbound traffic really turns into potential inbound traffic. So, you know, the impressions, the brand building that I'm doing, I'm not going to experience the results from that for 60 days. That knowledge alone should help you. It should help you begin to pace your budgets according to your expectations. You also, what's the bidding strategy? If you're at Target CPA and you're not spending any more already, it doesn't matter what your budget is. It doesn't matter if you can spend anything because you're there. You've hit the ceiling. What day of the month is it? Is it, you know, where are we positioned? I'm trying to think about what else. What's the account performance? There's other variables that come into play, and so you can increase budgets a little bit more significantly inside of Performance Max than you can inside of other campaign and accounts. Excuse me, but you have to be cautious, and you have to be willing to let Google jump around, like I just showed in the little screen share, because it'll bounce all over the place, and it'll spend according to what it thinks it needs to spend on a month-over-month basis. So your daily budget, I guess this is the take-home message, and I could have gotten here a lot sooner. Forgive me. Your daily budget is actually a monthly budget. It's whatever you've articulated in that day multiplied by 30.4. And then Google's going to front end or back load however it chooses necessary. So I hope this is helpful information for you. Appreciate all y'all subscribers. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, before you go, I'm constantly looking for amazing people to come join our team. So if you're passionate about Google Ads and you're passionate about customer success, please go to solate.com/apply, and we'd love to see you as a part of the Solutions 8 team. Also, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. It lets the YouTube algorithm know that we actually know what we're doing. And don't forget to subscribe. We shoot a video every single day, and I don't want you to miss out on any of it. Lastly, if you have questions, comments, concerns, confessions, or you just hate my face and my voice, go ahead and hit us up in the comments. We get very little human interaction, and even the heckling is something that I kind of get a kick out of. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being subscribers if you're a subscriber. Don't forget to apply if you're interested in working at Solutions 8. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.